So I was trapped on the moon for quite a long time now, and I was starting to feel a little inconsequential. After making sure that was a real word, which it was by the way, I started to survey my horizons. Because the moon is round, I was finished in no time at all. It appeared as though Earth was back that way, but it just as easily could have been Neptune playing another one of his tricks again. I knew that I was never going to get anywhere if I didn't go anywhere, so I came up with a plan. Then I had a better idea and came up with a plane instead, because how else is anyone supposed to get through space on top of a dinosaur? That'd be silly. Dinosaurs are all strict nudists, and I'll have naught to do with their kind, thank you very much. After finishing the plane with only a stick, 2 beach balls, a guide on extreme visiting grandmothers, and a plane that I found nearby, I was finished in absolutely 5 hours at all. Thanks possibly to science, I got the plane working. I was on my way back to Earth so I could continue on my journey. All this time flying through the vast glories of space to discover the untold treasures of different worlds throughout the galaxy was really cutting into the adventure I was supposed to be having. But I suppose we can't always get what we want. Except Clarence. He gets everything he wants. I love him for that, and you should too. I flew past many things that would have been interesting if not for the fact that they were boring. But then I saw the most amazing thing in my life. I knew what I had found was so important. Perhaps this one thing was the meaning of life. It could cure all diseases, help everyone find true love, unleash our inner potential, and even dispense chocolate. You wouldn't even believe how magical this thing I found was. And because of that, I won't tell you, I will just continue on. After stopping in the asteroid field to refuel, I checked my bearings and bared my checking. It turned out Earth was still about somewhere I wasn't. Luckily, I found a group of cool space clams who were very willing to help me out. According to them, the best way for me to get back home was to jump that way, this way I'm pointing right here, and just let momentum carry me home. I wasn't sure why Mum and Tom would carry me home. My mother was still upset at me for having more hair than she does, and I don't even know anyone called Tom. But cool clams are very cool, and if there's one important lesson to learn that I just made up right now, it's that it's always a good idea to do what a cool clam tells you to do. If you don't know any cool clams, just follow these steps, and they should be through the second door on the right. Anyway, I picked up my feet, but then instantly put them down again, because jumping with your feet in the air is not easy. I started the countdown for the jump. 5, 6, 7, 8, jump! Well, it wasn't the best jump I had ever done, but it was still the best jump anyone had ever done. I was approaching Earth in record time, but suddenly, things took a turn for the not as good as they were a few seconds ago. Can you guess what happened? You can? Why, you're absolutely correct. I did bump into a newlywed couple of stepladders who slightly altered my trajectory to be aiming towards Harriet's large spike and impending doom shop. That was quite clever of you to guess that. Most people would have got that wrong. Anyway, I was still falling to my death, and absolutely nothing except not doing that was going to save me. I cried a single tear, almost a million of them. But if this was the way I had to go, at least I still had my favourite orange parachute with me. I was so close to hitting the ground when all of a sudden I woke up in my room and it turned out everything I had done so far had all been a dream and I still hadn't even started on my epic journey to see the world yet. I should probably get on that sometime soon.